Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm here at the State Farmers Market in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, there is always a ton of amazing stuff happening here at the Farmers Market, but today I'm here for one thing in particular, and that is amazing coffee with a purpose. I am super excited to be speaking with Lindsay Regg today. She is a co-founder at 321 Coffee here at the State Farmers Market, and they have a mission to provide employment opportunity to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. 321 Coffee understands that everyone has their own set of unique skills and talents that they can bring to the workforce, and they're putting a focus on inclusion and diversity. I'm super excited and I'm ready to drink some good coffee. Right behind me is 321 Coffee. They're doing some incredible things for our community here. Let's go check it out. So I'm here with Lindsay Regg, a co-founder here at 321 Coffee. And Lindsay, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thanks for including us in what you do.
I'm really excited to be here. Can you tell me a little bit about your purpose and how this idea was born?
Absolutely. So 321 Coffee, we are a coffee shop really centered around diversity and inclusion. So we have an inclusive workforce. We hire people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And we are all about seeing the value of each individual, creating meaningful work opportunities for people, and having a space where everyone can contribute. Yeah, that's our purpose.
So why coffee? Why the idea of tying this purpose of employment equality in with coffee?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about coffee is just how it brings people together. You know, coffee shops, specialty coffee, it's something fun to talk about. People come, they linger, they chat with baristas. There's just so much community there. And I think that aspect of coffee fits in perfectly with the mission that we are trying to do with just creating more relationships for people to interact with our employees, and a space for people to come and spend time and really just open their eyes to what people with disabilities have to offer. And I think Paul just finished your latte.
Thank you so much, Paul. All right, delicious iced latte here. I can't wait to try. Okay, so is there a specific meaning in the name 321 Coffee?
There is. So the 321 actually represents Down syndrome, which is the third copy of the 21st chromosome. Yeah, so that's just really speaks to how that's at the forefront of our business. Similarly, like we want all of our employees at the forefront. That being said, we are a totally inclusive employer, so it's not like we only hire people with Down syndrome. We've also got employees with autism, spina bifida, epilepsy, really anyone that's looking for a job, we hope that they have a space here.
Why should employment equality and diversity be important to everybody?
I think that there is just so much value from diversity. You know, as soon as you're interacting with people who are different than you, you are learning in ways that you otherwise wouldn't. And I mean, for me, it happens constantly with my employees. It's so powerful, like the moments that I experience that like where they're teaching me and like shifting my perspective. One of my favorite moments that always stands out to me when I think about this is there was one time that I was making like a flyer, an info flyer about 321, and I was asking our people to send it out to their network to just help spread the word that we were opening. And I sent it to a girl named Emma. She's one of our baristas. And then I realized there was something that I wanted to change on it. So I sent a follow-up email and just said, 1 second, like if you haven't sent it out yet, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to make a change and send you an updated version. And Emma responded to me and she said, just my luck, I haven't printed it out yet. And it was like, oh my gosh, that was the first time that I heard just my luck used in a positive way. Like I feel like it's always a pretext for something negative. And it's like, oh, just my luck, my car broke down, you know?
Right.
And it was so cool to me to hear Emma displaying like just my luck, something lucky did happen to her. You know, it was like she was putting herself in a positive light as opposed to just my luck, like this sucks, you know, it's as a very negative thing. And so sort of to your question about why should employment equality exist and be important in the workforce, because it just makes a better team. It makes you as an individual can learn more, your team can do more, society will be better. There's just so much value.
What is your hiring process like? How do your baristas find you, or how do you find them?
It's pretty incredible. So it's all been word of mouth. Like, we've never done anything to like say now hiring, like spread the word. And I think that just speaks to the severity of the problem that we are trying to solve. So there's a statistic that really resonates with me. It says 80% of adults with disabilities are unemployed, which is just crazy high. These people are so capable, they just don't always have the opportunity. But it's incredible how we are always getting people reaching out, asking for employment opportunities, to the point that we actually have a wait list of up to 40 people who want to work here. We just don't have the capacity at the moment. And so that's something that's really driving us for further expansion, because we want to keep providing these meaningful work opportunities, and hopefully in the long run take some of our employees and help place them at other companies, and like really promote further inclusion beyond just 321. And that then lets us bring in other people.
What would you say to other businesses or organizations who are looking to expand and diversify their workforce?
Yeah, I mean, that is something that I just think is so important. I feel like I'm usually trying to tell people, like, think about expanding your diversity, like think about these. So for the companies that are willing to and ready to, first of all, I would just say thank you, because I think that it's so important. And on behalf of so many people, I just so appreciate when businesses use their presence in the community to do a good thing. And then for the how-to, I think it's so important. For like the reason that people see 321 Coffee and they email us and they want to get on the wait list is because they know that they can come here, they can be supported. Not all training can look the same. Right. There's different individualized needs. And so an employer that's willing to work with the individual, make adaptations where needed, it works. From the employer perspective, I promise it works. And so my message to the employer would be to do that, to have that perspective, know that that's how you want to approach this going into it. Because if you do, and you can really set yourself up and the new hires up to be successful.
What's your favorite beverage here at 321 Coffee? What's your favorite thing to drink?
Oh my gosh, okay. My secret is that I don't like coffee.
No way.
Yes.
That's so funny.
So we've got some seasonal drinks that we have. In the summer we have iced tea, and in the winter we have apple cider.
Nice.
Those two are my favorite. In the summer, iced tea and apple cider. In the summer we've got this awesome mango iced tea, and like, hello, yum. And then
that sounds amazing.
Right? And then in the winter we actually get apple cider from one of the other vendors here, and we brew it and like spruce it up with like cinnamon and all their spices, and it is so good.
That sounds amazing. And it's apple spice or apple cider season now.
It totally is.
And lastly here, what do you see in the future for 321 Coffee and for your baristas?
I totally think that this is a movement and more people are joining us. And that other people, it's customers who are choosing to come here instead of, a Starbucks or just another coffee shop, because they know that coming here, they're making a difference. So the customers are buying in. We're starting to get more partners with other companies. That's huge. It's companies wanting to use our coffee in their office. Again,
that's so exciting.
I know, and like it's so awesome to when in a company, like you have, like I said earlier, you have an option to make an impact with any decision you make. Are you buying the cheapest cups you can, or are you buying the compostable cups?
Yes.
And so I think like that decision to use 321 as a part of their supply chain, that's powerful. And so I totally see growth for 321. I see more of a societal shift towards inclusion as diversity and inclusion just becomes a bigger, more relevant topic of conversation. People are finding more ways to not only talk the talk, but also walk the walk.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much for your time here. And what you're doing here is setting a new precedent for business.
Well, thank you.
And I can't thank you enough for being committed to diversity and inclusion, and for letting me come here and talk with you guys today. It was
of course.
Seriously a pleasure for me.
Well, thank you for visiting. I'm glad you got to meet Paul. I'm glad you got a latte.
Yes, I can't wait to drink it. And you are using compostable cups here.
Yep, cups, lids, straws, everything.
Amazing.
Thank you
so much, Lindsay.
I would
shake your hand, but COVID.
Totally good.
What is your name?
Paul?
And what is your title here at 321 Coffee?
Roasty.
He's a roaster, so he roasts the coffee.
You're a roaster.
And a barista.
And a barista.
And a barista.
Amazing. What do you love about working here at 321 Coffee?
Hang out the fires?
Do you love working the roaster?
Yes.
That's awesome. I'm kind of jealous that you get to work that roaster and I don't actually.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Paul. I appreciate it. I really want to thank Lindsay and Paul for welcoming me into their space and taking time out of their day to speak with me. If you watched the interview, they just completely light up when they talk about their work at 321 Coffee. I hope that you learned something new about employment equality today. And I also want to mention they have somewhat recently started roasting their own beans at 321 Coffee. I could not see their coffee shop from my point of entry into the building, but I could smell it. It smelled so bold and so warm. It just completely enveloped the entire building, and I have no idea how anybody could walk through there and not buy coffee for themselves. Roasting their own coffee is creating more job opportunities, more opportunities for them to hire. You notice in the video, Paul is both a roaster and a barista. It's also creating a new stream of revenue, so a new way for them to make money to expand their operation. So maybe you own a business and you're looking to provide coffee for sale, or maybe even complimentary coffee for your guests or for your staff. 321 is an incredible purpose-driven way that you can do that. You can find their contact info on their website. It is www.321coffee.com, and I'm going to put a link in the comments below this video so that all you have to do is make one click. They have some really fun and amazing resources to keep everybody updated with what they're doing there. Their baristas do these amazing like homebrew how-to videos where they're showing you some of their favorite coffee beverages and how to make them at home. One of their baristas has an amazing TED Talk where he talks about what inclusion means to him and why it's so incredibly valuable and important to our communities and for businesses. Get on down to the farmers market, y'all. Go show your support in person. Buy an irresistible cup of coffee. Buy this amazing smelling bag of beans. This is their Elevate Medium Roast Blend. It is sweet, smooth, and complex. Craft roasted in-house at the State Farmers Market by our fantastic team of roasters. 321 Coffee represents inclusion. We thank you for choosing to support our mission with your purchase of these beans. With every cup of coffee served, 321 is changing the world. I hope you'll stick around here at the Coffee Creed because I really want to investigate and share more about what coffee is doing for all of us. So go enjoy your coffee. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.